Hi, I'm Wayne Tuttle, and this is Chasing Legends. Say hi, everybody, Jax. Maybe not. Welcome back. I'm your host again this week, Wayne Tuttle. This is Chasing Legends. Thank you. Please hit the notifications bell, leave a comment if you want, but please, most of all, subscribe to our channel. Update on everything if you're following along. This is a year from now, it doesn't really matter, but Lust for Gold held over yet another week at Harkins, so thank you to all of them. Everything's going well. Releasing on DVD, Blu-ray, and I believe it's on demand, and you will be able to see all of it coming up here June 14th. There's also a sweepstakes running through till September. Go to their Facebook page at Lust for Gold or the website Lust for Gold Film or whatever it is. Art Films. Go there. You can sign up. I don't think there's any purchase necessary. That will feature 4 days and 3 nights in the Superstition Mountains with REI. Very cool backpacking trip. All travel, accommodations, everything's paid for. So go do that because I can't. I qualify. So that being done and everything out of the way, we're back again. And this could be story time. It's going to be history. We're actually going to go back to October. We're going to go back to a very specific date, and I'm going to kind of walk through this, but it was October 24th of 2020. And we were out, and of course, a number of you are going to say, I'm pretty sure that was a familiar date. That was the rendezvous. And it was Saturday night with our guest speakers. And we were out, and Jack Sanfelice got up and spoke first about 6:15. I think Jack spoke till sometime just after around 7 o'clock. So Jack's talking, and he's doing his thing, and Trevor and I were sitting off to his right, the left in the amphitheater, and we were kind of sitting off over by ourselves, the lighting there. Very dark night. And we listened to Jack, and he spoke. And then after him was Thomas Glover, the author of The Golden Dream, The Holmes Manuscript, Twice Told Tales. So he was getting up to give his talk, and he started giving his talk. And I was kind of sitting back listening, and I was looking around, and I thought it would be really cool to get a picture, at least a shot above the amphitheater. We had probably about a third of a packed house in that amphitheater, which is quite large, but we had a good crowd, but we were all stretched out a bit, social distancing, and everybody's sitting in there, and he's talking, and I wanted to see also with the lighting system, everything we had, and how well it sounded, because there were a few people sitting up above the amphitheater on the rim of it. So I walked up the amphitheater to go take a picture, got up to the top, and the story is very interesting because I got up to the top, and on my way passing through, spoke to our good friend Woody Wampler and Frank Augustine, but I get to the top, and up there was Dan Hopper and Bob Hopper, and they were up top, and we started talking, and we're talking, and I remember I said, you know, they had their truck was parked behind us. They camped at the top there at that time, and I didn't realize this was going to be the last time I saw Dan, and one of the last times I'd see Bob, and we were talking for a few minutes, and I said, hey, how about a couple of those beers you guys are talking about? So I'm looking down over, and Bob went over, and we grabbed beers, a couple Bud Lights out of the cooler, walked back over, and Dan was sitting there still in his chair, and Bob sat down, and I stood there next to him. And I was realizing, man, what a great view this was. I was thinking, man, you can really hear this. It's crystal clear. The PA, everything. Wow, we could do this out here at any given time we wanted with a crowd. So we could always do it in the Ramada area if we have a smaller crowd. But if we have a very large crowd, this is actually very workable. And we have the equipment for it, because I was worried the light we bought would not illuminate the place enough, but it illuminated perfectly. And I took a picture, and I looked down, and I looked at the picture, and we were talking, and I'm sitting there sipping a beer, and I'm looking around, I'm realizing how dark it is, you know? So I took a picture of the night sky, and I remember just taking it, just like take a picture of the night sky. Didn't think anything of it, and then the next picture I take, a couple minutes later, I took another picture of Thomas, and so you can, and in the rolls, you can see that out. And the first picture is at 7:34, took a picture of the night sky, just took the camera up, 7:35. Put the camera down. We talked for a minute or so as he was speaking. I wasn't quite sure when he was going to wrap up, so I said, hey guys, I'm going to get back down, so when everything wraps up, I'm down there. Thank you for the beers. And we chatted for a minute or so. But I snapped the last picture at 7:39, and the pictures are that 7:34, 7:35, 7:39. I went down, and there was no other pictures of when Thomas finished. I didn't take any more the rest of that evening. The rest were from the next day. So I didn't think much of it, and kind of went down, and we did everything and all. When I looked at the pictures, there was one that was dark, and I kind of looked at it and didn't think much of it. And then later I started looking at it. Now, since that time, I've tried to figure out moonrise, moonset, everything. I know it was very dark that night. I checked with other people. Did anybody else notice anything? Between those two pictures at 7:34 and 7:39, at 7:35 I snap a picture. And there's an oblong, like, I would say kind of an ovalish shape sitting up on the ridge of the Daysite Cliffs. And you can see the cliff just barely. You can see the notch, one of the notches up there at the Daysite Cliffs. Up there with it, there was a little bit of, a little bit of cloudiness, a little haziness in the sky, but you can kind of see that up there now. It's because it's a light shining through. But the other given thing is, it can't be moonlight because it would have reflected or something. It can't be a plane. It can't be someone with a light because you would have seen something illuminate around it. It was some sort of odd glowing object up there that no one in the amphitheater, not even myself at the time, noticed. But you can see it sitting up above the cliff area. And like I said, I don't know what we saw. I didn't see anything. I have not heard from one single person I've asked about anything. No one has any recollection of anything being up above on the Daysite Cliffs above. But this would have been above Thomas while he was speaking, and we would have been all looking at him and would have obviously looked up if there was something pointed at, if there was something there. I checked the moonrise, the moon set, but then the problem again is it's kind of an odd oval shape. Now the moon was in a particular phase, but that wouldn't have, it's completely just wrong, the shape, form, and everything that was there. And I've looked at it, I've blown it up, I've sent it to a few people, and we've all tried to discuss it, and we're like, yeah, we can tell it's up on the cliffs, and it's too big to be a flashlight, and if it was, you'd see the illumination, but you can see where it just kind of illuminates out and peters out. We don't know what it is. It wasn't something in the sky, because that would have made the area kind of lighter. You would have seen the cliffs and so forth, but it's something very, very specific. So everyone can kind of look at it and do their own kind of thoughts and feelings kind of concerning it. It was one of those kind of odd things. What was it? I don't know. Why did nobody see this? And including myself, who actually just raised the camera up. We all do that. Just take a picture and then just look back down. But yeah, it was just very, very odd. I think what additionally I want to mention is that was the last time I saw Dan Hopper. Dan passed away months later. But then again, another strange thing was at his celebration of life, Bob and I talked, and we talked about, like, couldn't wait till this fall. Couldn't believe it was the last time we spent with his dad. And I was like, I always looked forward to spending some time with Dan at the rendezvous. It had been that way probably since it almost began. And he was such a good guy, and just a great guy all around. And Bob and I just talked about looking forward and, something in the mountains next fall and stuff. And he said, we'll always be coming out, we're going to do this thing and continue to do it in his memory and all this. And it wasn't that much longer that Bob passed away. So it's one of those difficult things you sort of deal with, is like, wow, you're looking at this, and I wanted to tell the story because I guess I'll refer to that as the Hopper light above Daysite Cliffs, because I was standing there with him having a beer when it all happened, and I don't know how to tie anything together or what that was, but it'll always be significant because I'll know that was there, and the three of us, we would have all three remarked, check that out up on the cliffs. But unfortunately, I'm the only one left, and I know when I snapped the picture. And like I said, want to give a shout out to our good friend Rick Gwynn, who is not doing very well at all, and we wish Rick and his family the best. We hope everything turns out well, but it's been way too many good men leaving us here the last few years, and I just recently spent some time at the Lust for Gold Harkins opening, where we signed posters and stuff with Rick and Ron Feldman and Sal. We had a great time. But yeah, another good man that I've enjoyed so much time with over the years. So, and he's hurting and his family's hurting right now. So we wish him well, we wish him the best, and we wish him always and whatever it takes in that situation. Kind of on that kind of note, we want to leave. But please, if you get a chance, continue checking out our videos, but check all the other stuff out. We'll always be here. T-shirts, pick them up. Long sleeve, short sleeve, gray, dark, black. Let's see, Dutch Hunter Rendezvous and the Legend of the Superstition Mountains. We got them all out there. Get out there styling, profiling, hey, get out there on Facebook, post pictures of you wearing your shirts if you purchase them. We don't really make anything off of any of this stuff and everything because YouTube, it's made its turn on monetization. We're taking this stuff and just putting it in, trying to reach out and get people to watch the videos and stuff, learn stuff about the mountains. So I really hope you like this evening. This was something I've been wanting to talk about for a while. And I kind of was sitting back, and of course, unfortunately, we lost Dan. And then I was kind of waiting and thought, well, maybe I'll do it next year, closer to the rendezvous or something, talk about it, or, like that. And then, or maybe go out and film a little, or do it at the rendezvous with the day site clips behind me. And I thought about it, and then Bob, and then everything, the way everything kind of fell into place. I just recently, that had been on my mind, and I thought, I kind of want to tell that story and show this and share this now. So I hope everyone's well. I hope everyone's kind of looking forward to the summer, except for those of us in Arizona, where it's already above the 100-degree mark, and we're already sweating it out, and the evenings are starting to get warm. Wish everyone well. Please take care. I'm Wayne Tuttle. This is Chasing Legends. Until the next time.